I always wondered to myself, who is this guy? He could be living very close to me here in San Francisco for all I know. Or he could be dead. Or he could be alive and living in London or in Dublin. I just had no information on him, except that I knew that his name was Keneally, Michael Keneally. When I went to County Clare, I made a point of going to Mount Callan to see if I could find where this picture was taken. That picture was very special to me because for many months I had it on my bedroom wall in San Francisco. And as I'd go off to work here, it was kind of the last image I'd see before I went out the door. And I always wondered to myself, who is this guy? And all I had was this hill and this house as my geographical points. But I just drove along that road. It goes for many, many miles right around that mountain, Mount Callan. And I just kept driving and driving and driving. At the point where I was hoping it would be, there seemed to be a cottage. Not quite the same as the one in the picture, but close enough. And so I turned the car in and went up the Boreen, up the small approach road, and pulled up outside and knocked on the door. And it's kind of funny because this lady answered, and she was obviously alone in the house, and I was a young male, and she kind of said, yes, what do you want? And I said, well, I tried to explain to her what I was doing there, but it was kind of difficult. I said something like, well, there was a photographer in that field over there 40 years ago, and I'm trying to find out who she photographed. And she was looking at me very strangely at this stage, and I tried again. I said something like, you know, I'm after coming all the way from San Francisco, and I'm looking for a man who would have been standing over here 40 years ago. And she was getting, I think she might have been reaching for the shotgun. And so eventually I just pulled out the picture and I said, look, I'm looking for this man. Do you know anything about him? And she burst out laughing at this stage. And she said, that man's my husband. And he's abroad in the field. And he'll come down to you in a few minutes if you want to step inside.
And he crashed in the gate below. We thought it was a robber that was around the house. That his neighbour come and he said, there's someone around the house. He said, you know, we were sure there was someone breaking in.
And having a cup of tea. Oh, it was great.
That's sure. The book is lovely.
Sure, it tells our heritage and keeps it alive and our history.
The countryside, sure.
Times have changed a lot. The postman isn't around anymore on his bicycle. Vans they have now. And he always came in for a cup of tea in his rounds, and he'd stop and have a chat.
The horse is gone, the horse and the car and the queen is gone. Them are gone out altogether. Tractor now and trailers. All gone.
It's a book to be treasured and to look back on, and it's great to see that the port is, you know, and brings back a lot of happy memories.
That was a small cabin. That's there all the time, the small cabin. The cabin is attached onto it, and that's the smoke going up. And there's cows up there at the back of the hill, all the way up the hill, the mountain there. She'd put down her camera in the road. And she used to pull this thing over it. Which I didn't know what was it, you see, but I'd stand for her, whatever. She'd have it covered, you know. She'd have it covered off with this, you know. And she looking through it. So I'd take my photo and she'd go way up into my mother and she'd sit down above. Then and they'd be talking away, the two of them.
Just of all the possibilities, I did not expect to find them right there where Dorothea Lange left them.